Global warming is one of the biggest threats to humanity, a threat whose harmful consequences can already be felt and which risk to devastate societies even further. Global warming cannot be stopped by a single country or a few countries acting together. This requires a joint effort by the international community. This is exactly what was agreed in Paris on December 12, 2015. At COP21, all nations agreed to limit global warming by the end of the century to 2 degrees Celsius or even 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial times. This is the fastest ratified agreement in history, and it is almost universal. 194 signatures and 189 ratifications. This agreement has also been exceptional in its ability to mobilize non-state actors, including cities, territories, citizens' associations, financial institutions, and companies. Numerous climate coalitions of various actors have thus been formed around the Paris Agreement, multiplying initiatives in a diversity of fields such as citizens' awareness raising, preservation of ecosystems, green finance. The Paris Climate Agreement is the framework for global action to combat global warming. Since its signing, France and its partners have been taking determined action to implement it. Let me mention recent examples. Last year, the European Commission presented the European Green Deal that aims for climate neutrality in 2050. Despite leaving the EU, the United Kingdom shares the same goal. The French Recovery Plan, adopted in September as a response to the COVID-19 crisis, will dedicate 30 billion euros for the ecological transition to reduce emissions of current activities and invest on tomorrow's green technologies. At the European level, the historic agreement of July 2020 on the multi-annual financial framework and the recovery plan dedicates 30% of the funds in this package to contribute to the achievement of the Union's climate objectives. But 100% of the funds must respect the principle of environmental harmlessness and not damage the environment. 5 years after the Paris Agreement, the world is at a defining moment. We have the opportunity to achieve what the agreement was conceived for, and the role of key players is crucial in this regard. In September, China announced its goal of carbon neutrality for 2060. The Paris Agreement resisted the withdrawal of the United States, which is expected to return with the new administration. However, in order for the Paris Agreement to be fully implemented and produce the expected effects, it is incumbent on all state parties to raise their climate ambition as soon as possible and by COP26 in November 2021. This is why France and its partners are also committed to accelerating the process of raising the ambition to counter the effects of global warming. France advocates for raising the European Union's climate ambition and supports the target proposed by the European Commission of at least 55% net emission reductions in 2030 compared to 1990. We hope that the European Council on December 10th will bring ambitious results up to the challenge. Together with the United Kingdom and the United Nations General Secretary, France co-organizes the Climate Ambition Summit on December 12, 2020. That is to say, the anniversary date of the adoption of the Paris Agreement, to create a momentum on raising ambitions on the way towards COP26. The French Ministry for Ecological Transition and the French Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs will also organize a virtual ministerial event on the morning of December 12th with a specific focus on the involvement of civil society. Cooperation at all levels is key in this endeavor. This is why, together with key partners, we are celebrating today in Berlin the so-called Spirit of Paris, meaning the exceptional mobilization of the international community that led to the adoption of the first Universal Climate Agreement. This spirit must also accompany us now more than ever. From now on, our determination is about strengthening the commitments of the agreement's parties to ensure its objectives will be achieved. The Agenda for Action paves the way by promoting climate action through sectoral coalitions. This means that all of us, governments, companies, citizens or consumers, no matter in which areas we are active, can and must participate in this task of the century. Together, we have what it takes to seize the momentum and accelerate climate action. Together, we will accomplish it. Together, we will make our planet great again.